And away we go. It is the Nightcap, brought to you by Hail Mary Sports Bar right here on BearcatJournal.com. Hail Mary's located in Cheviot. They're in the Dora District, right on Harrison Avenue. You can go from bar to bar with your drinks, but you don't want to do that. You want to hang out at Hail Mary's. 27 TVs, 9-screen video wall. There's not a bad seat in the house. They subscribe to every sports package that DirecTV offers, so they can stream all the games, and Cincinnati sports will always be on the video wall. They will be on the video wall this Saturday, 2 o'clock, as the Bearcats take on the Kansas Jayhawks. If you do not have tickets, head down to Hail Mary's. Get yourself an ice-cold Cincy Light, the coldest beer around, 32.8-degree beer, frosted glasses. Go get you some. All right, Aaron. It's Wednesday. I don't know that we're always going to do this on Wednesday, just because there's games still being played, but we're going to do the Arizona or the Kansas preview show tomorrow. We're going to get another snowstorm on Friday, so probably take the day off. And then the Kansas game on Saturday, post-game show after that. So at least for today, even though there's a game ongoing that's pretty important to all of us in this little space right here. We're going to talk about everything else. We'll hit on that one and give you live updates, even though by the time you're watching it, the game will be over and you'll know the final outcome, but we won't. It's kind of how the time-space continuum works. But let's get to the Big 12 action from yesterday and earlier tonight. Start off, number 3, Iowa State, 82, Utah, 59.
Ooh.
Iowa State, Aaron, they are entering wagon status right now. Jefferson with 17, Lipsy, the Taman Lipsy game with 20, Keyshawn Gilbert with 15, Curtis Jones off the bench with 23. That is 4 players with more than 15 points. They're a monster, right? They forced 18 Utah turnovers. The only bright spot for Utah, Gabe Madsen, and it took him 19 shots to score 20 points. He's 7 of 19 from the floor, 4 of 14 from 3. That was the lone bright spot, really, for Utah. I didn't realize today, Aaron, we were having a conversation on the BCJ pod. Iowa State is playing like top 25 tempo on offense and then elite defense on the other end. Like whatever TJ Otzelberger has got cooking up there is cooking.
Well, I mean, you can start with in the weight room. He's out there throwing racks around. So everyone's like, oh, I can do more than coach. So he's pushing them just by having a bigger chest than every one of his players. That said, they're extraordinary both ways. And they are going to be a force to be reckoned with. They may finally unseat Houston as the most dominant force in this conference.
Houston is still barely above them in KenPom. But Iowa State's top 10 in offense and defense. They're 6 in offensive rating, 8 in defensive rating. They are just a monster, man. It's kind of fun to watch a team grow into that, right? Like have a little staying power. It doesn't look like it's just a flash in the pan. They've got a system. It works. Like it's what every like fan base that isn't a blue blood, like that's what you want to see. It's one of those stretches that you'll be talking about for decades in your fan base.
Yes. Well, and it's not happening just in basketball for them. They had a great season in football as well. Arizona State is kind of going through the same thing right now. We'll see what happens with Arizona State and Kansas tonight. But, you wish you were one of those schools, right?
I mean, yeah, Cincinnati has had those times.
Sure.
And you cherish them. And we're watching it for Iowa State right now, and I'm a little jealous. Don't tell Cyclone Larry.
A lot of
We'll
jealous.
tell Cycling Larry. Arizona, yes, they're 9-5. That is a really good team. They are 3-0 now in the Big 12. They thumped West Virginia 75-56. Lewis with 21 for Arizona off the bench. Caden Bradley with 15. Anthony Delorso with 10.
Caleb Love had a quiet game.
Yeah, only 10 shots, 1 of 5 from 3, 3 of 10 from the floor. But they have shown they got enough dudes that if their All-American isn't clicking, they can still go out and win by 20. Like I like that. I mean, they're not gonna be perfect, but I still think that's a top 5 team in the league.
Well, it wasn't on turnovers. West Virginia only turned over the ball 10 times. It was on shooting efficiency. You shoot 51% from the field, you're going to beat the team that's shooting 36% from the field. So
you don't.
I wasn't surprised that Arizona won this game. I was surprised by how much they won this game because I was in the last time we discussed the Big 12. I was trying to talk you into West Virginia being a top 5 team in this league. And very quickly, in a game like this, they're talking us all right back out of it.
Well, I think they can be, but I think without DeVries, they're just going to have these nights where it doesn't click. You know, Small had 17, but they had 4 guys with 8: Powell, Harris, O'Connor, and Hansberry. But it just wasn't enough. Like they don't have enough firepower without Hunter DeVries.
Small getting to 17 took him 17 shots. He was 6 of 17 from the floor. That's horrendous.
Yeah, in a game that I'm not expecting. I don't think Kansas State's very good. I think that was just a bad loss that Cincinnati desperately needed to get. And I think it's I'll go ahead and say it, Aaron. There's a good chance we are talking about that like we are talking about the Bengals New England season opener. Where when you look back and you go, if you just could have got that one game against that team that sucked, like maybe things look a lot different. But they didn't. And now you're talking about an Oklahoma team that gets their first Big 12 win, a 13-point victory over Kansas State, 79-66. Did you know who the leading scorer in this game is, Aaron? Does that name look familiar?
Usman, it does. I'm trying to think what team he was on last year.
Oh, you don't have to think real hard.
Oh, yep. There it is.
He's one of those.
I don't pay attention to that team until we play them, and I don't look at them again until the next year.
He's one of those guys that wasn't good enough for Sean Miller. So Sean Miller tossed him out the door, and here he is putting up 27 points for Oklahoma State. Oops.
Killing it.
Oops.
Killing it.
Bryce Thompson with 10. Marcellus Avery with 13 for Oklahoma State. And they're going to be one of the teams in the bottom of the league. But when you get a chance to play another bottom of the league team, you want to try to whip their ass. And they whipped Kansas State's ass. Listening to the post game, Hawkins for Kansas State was just chastising his team for their energy and their effort. So it figures that the one time that they brought the energy and effort was when Cincinnati came to town, and now they're playing like Kansas State again.
Coleman Hawkins, since that Cincinnati game, has had 11 and now 18. So he's still got his foot on the gas.
Yep. And then the final game of the night last night, Texas Tech with a big win, 72-67 over BYU. 4 guys in double figures. Elijah Hawkins leads the way with 22, 6 of 9 from 3 for Hawkins. So he was kind of the go-getter there. Chance McMillan with 16, Darian Williams with 18. BYU a little rough right now. They're not getting a whole lot from Igor Demon, who is a big time NBA prospect. He might be in what you would call a funk right now. 4 of 12 from the floor, 1 of 5 from 3. He scored 12 points, but they're not getting enough from him to be the type of team that people thought they could be. Much like Cincinnati isn't getting enough. You know, when you've got a player, a really good player or two that aren't playing well, it's very hard to overcome if it happens over an extended stretch. That's kind of where BYU is at right now with Igor Demon. But yeah, Traore with 14.
Well,
Mag.
going back to
Maywat Mag. What a name, Aaron. Maywat Mag at 11.
Going back to Igor Demon and the funk word, I heard, I think I saw somewhere on social media, Brad Chendall of the Topeka Times actually said he was in a funk.
That's what.
Trevin Nell still sucks, by the way. 21 minutes, 2 of 6 from the field, 0 for 3 from 3-pointer. That guy in his head.
We had actually a comment over the past day or two. That they were excited about the nightly Trevin Nell updates.
Still sucks.
And then earlier tonight in a hootenanny, a barn burner. UCF 75-74 over Colorado. Colorado drops down with Utah and Cincinnati as the 3 teams that are winless in the league. A big second half from UCF, and they pull out a 1-point win.
These 2 teams both have potential to be dark horses in this league, but seeing them both put 70 on the other, not a surprise to me.
Yeah. For Colorado, I've been telling you guys for a couple of weeks to keep an eye on Julian Hammond. And it was a guy that I really liked his game. He had 26, 8 of 14 from the floor, 2 of 4 from 3, 8 of 9 from the free throw line. He is a problem. He is a guy that can put that team squarely on his back and take them places. Andre Jakimovsky.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
What a name. What a name. From Macedonia.
He had 16.
We just got demonetized, by the way.
Yeah. Jordan Ivy Curry has 22. Keyshawn Hall with 18. Darius Johnson with 17. How have I not noticed that before? How has that slipped by me that they've got a guy named Andre Jakimovsky?
It slipped all right.
Totally flustered. And then happening as we speak, this one had been pretty tight, pretty back and forth up until here since we started doing this show. Right now with 11:53 remaining in the game, Kansas now up 8, 53-45 on Arizona State. Arizona State was up 6 at halftime, Aaron. Kansas is on a 17-3 run to start the second half.
Yeah, well, I mean, you are a top 15 team in the country. It's what you're supposed to do. So it's still within 8. It's not 19. So you still got a good shot at this one with only 12 minutes left. That time is dwindling, but you got your stat pad extraordinaire, Hunter Dickinson, with 11 and 7. Well done. He's gonna get that double one way or another.
He's doing the thing, yeah. He's doing the thing. All right, that's gonna wrap it up.
Zeke Mayo's already got 15. Arizona State's got 2 guys in double digits as well, so we'll see how it all shakes out.
And Kansas, as we're getting ready to head off the air, Kansas hits a 3, and it's now 56-45, a 20-3 run for the Jayhawks to open the second half. What in the name of Andrei Jakimovsky is happening at Lawrence Fields? That's the nightcap. Brought to you by Hail Mary Sports Bar, live from the Cincy Light Studios, right here on BearcatJournal.com.
We never grow up. See ya.